Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy, Dane Diddy.
Ambitious Ace.
Bang, bang, boomerang.
So, man, Lovecraft Country. We're going to knock out two of these in the same one, man. Holy Ghost and A History of Violence. So, man, Holy Ghost. We start off with Latisha effing Wright, because it's too early into the video. Showing off her new house.
Yes.
I was scared immediately. I was just looking at that house that looks like an Amityville horror type house.
Oh, for sure.
What the hell is you doing being excited moving into this neighborhood?
Straight off a Scooby-Doo episode. It's so obvious.
Yeah, you gotta hire the damn mystery machine.
Oh,
Yeah, too much.
Hippolyta, she's trying to convince her to move into the house. They have a whole discussion. The elevator almost kills them.
Hippolyta.
Not Hippolyta.
Yeah, her sister.
Her sister. What's her sister's name?
Not Hippolyta.
I was like, okay. Hippolyta?
No, it's not Hippolyta. Ruby.
Ruby. Yeah.
She's having conversations with her sister Ruby. Interesting conversation. At this point, where are you guys' heads at when you see all of this?
I mean, I'm just coming off the fact that you die and now you want to buy a house. I didn't know how much at the time. I didn't know how much time had progressed. But when they gave us a significant time jump, it was like 3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I understand.
I was immediately confused.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, did we skip way far?
Yeah.
So confused.
But as soon as we found that out, I was like, okay. But I was just like, yo, this is on the north side. This ain't the south side. Yo, you moving into this house.
Right.
I'm thinking about the time period, and I'm just like, I don't know about this. And Ruby was just giving off my vibes too. Like, you really want to do this?
Yeah, it shows a lot. It gets a little confusing, but it did kind of show that dynamic. Like, why would she move out there?
Yeah.
And then y'all just almost get ate by monsters.
Yeah, like I love it because Ruby was like, yo, you could have bought a nice house on the south side of Chicago.
You know?
Yeah.
But then it kind of sheds some light between their dynamic and their family and some of the goals that I guess Ruby has, but doesn't feel like she can attain. You know? So that was a little bit really interesting.
Yeah.
Just for clarification, spoilers everywhere. So if you haven't seen it,
Oh, for sure.
go watch the episode and come back. So later on, we find out that Christina Braithwaite is the reason why she has this house because she has something in it that she needs. But we didn't know that initially.
Yeah.
So we go through the episode. We see her ex Tick to move in. We see all the white people put these signs in front of their houses basically saying no coloreds. You know, and Tick's like, you know what? I think I'm going to stick around for a while.
And I love that.
I was glad to hear.
I love that.
I was glad to hear he was sticking around. We see everybody moving in, setting up shop. She takes a picture, and she thought she saw a ghost, and then Tick is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that was interesting to me, because I was just like, I thought I was tripping. Like, I was just like, nah, I didn't really see anything. So, you know, we see everything going on, and then next thing you know, we see them parking all of their cars outside in the front, putting horns on the cars.
Yeah.
Now, you know, this is the 1950s. So how do you feel you would? I mean, I know it's kind of hard to think about it considering that we live in a different time period, but how do you think you would have felt or reacted to that?
I mean, it felt like a scary situation, to be honest, because they're pretty much using intimidation. You know, they're daring you to do something, you know? So if you do something, you know the consequences. You can't call the police. So it's like either you leave or you deal with it, you know?
Ruby looked at her with that "I told you so" kind of mentality. But my thoughts, I was just like, just how they were so adamant about putting up with it. Like, that's a lot of strength to just actually endure all the mess going around and still go about your business. I mean, going to sleep, waking up, the horn blaring.
Oh,
like,
my gosh.
and that's just what made me think about it, just how much strength you have to go through a type of situation like that.
I feel like no matter what time period you look at, black people had some type of struggle to deal with in the country that is America. But like, yeah, what you're saying is 100% right. They are going through a lot just to get some stuff to actually work out that should just be an easy fundamental thing. But they also, it's like we have to deal with the regular stuff y'all have to deal with, and then we got to deal with this racist shit that y'all just won't let go on top of all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of shows, like, even if you make it out of your area, you know, you still won't be accepted. So that was really tough as well.
Yeah, 100%. So she goes down in the basement because the heat isn't working. You know, actually, she had a party. No, that was after. So she goes down in the basement, and she's hearing noises. And at this point, I was just like, Latisha Wright ain't black.
Why?
Because a black person wouldn't have investigated that noise.
Nah, I can't say that, man. She's a strong person though. And until she got scared, that's when she went and got Tick.
That.
You know,
I would have been my black ass would have been like, yo, I need somebody to come down and check this joint out with me. I'm hearing some strange noises. It might be nothing.
She's Latisha fucking right. Or Lewis. I mean, like, come on, she does things herself. So I think it was in terms of her character. But until it got real, that's when she said, okay, I gotta go get somebody, you know?
And plus it's her house.
Yeah.
You can't be afraid of my own house. Like,
you gotta investigate that stuff, man. It's just, you know.
Now if it was somebody else's house,
that's when you don't go.
Get up out of there.
Yeah, that ain't my problem, you know.
But at this point, you know, I'm thinking why she ain't move out yet. You know.
Because she's pioneering.
I guess
no, and that's not a joke, but that's the thing. That's what she was like. Why can't we live here?
No, not because. And I ain't talking about. I'm talking about the ghost, bro.
She didn't want that to be a reason for her to leave. She wanted to make a statement. She's strong.
She's strong, and she's seen monsters.
So yes, I'm weak.
She's died.
Because
yeah,
the ghost.
She's freaking died, bro.
Right.
The ghost. Nah, I ain't moving into no haunted house, bro. It's not happening.
I think okay. If you want to
really put move into a haunted house,
bro, look, let's think about it. This
would you move into a haunted house?
Did you listen to the podcast?
Yeah, I listened to it.
Okay, they put it in good perspective. She's facing that complex of what really can kill her. No, I wouldn't.
Okay,
we're talking about Latisha.
Thank you.
We're talking about her character right now. Okay, in terms of hers, I think she's just got that. She I don't know.
Do you know anybody in real life that probably would have went and investigated that sound by themselves?
No. But that ain't what we talking about right now.
Yes, we are.
We're talking about Letty, okay?
My point is, I love Letty's character. Yes. I absolutely do.
Amazing character.
But, okay, so she has a party. This party looks pretty fire, actually.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
I love the way the camera is smoothly rolling around the party. It made me feel a little sad because you can't do that right now, you know. Those epic bang bang parties at the crib be like that.
They're gone.
And it was just like, damn, man, it's been a while since we felt some type of vibe like that. But it seemed like a really dope party, you know. And Tat came in and he had the eye of the tiger. He went and got a drink and just straight staring down Letty.
He did.
Yeah, eye of the tiger, man. I'm talking about he was drinking and looking at it. And then I don't remember what the guy's name is, but do you remember the guy that we met?
The tall dude.
Yeah, the tall dude that came in the next episode as well.
Oh man, I forgot.
He's like, you know, me and Letty used to get it in and
yeah.
That's what he said.
But it's just like she's dancing and she's looking at Tick, and then she's like, you don't want me. I'm gonna just enjoy this dance.
Yeah.
But then he just came and just turned into a damn attack mode in the bathroom.
Because they had that attraction. More so Letty had that attraction because of the whole experience she had, the whole hallucination.
Oh, Snake Man.
But
she was that, I think that just told us that she was interested in him.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, it just kind of put the guys together and everything like that. So I thought that was natural.
And they didn't speak. I think that one kind of just showed like what happened. Like after that whole experience, they didn't even talk to each other.
I died. We go through all this stuff, almost get eaten, and you don't talk to me?
Yeah.
I would be mad too.
Yeah, it was kind of like an awkward situation. So then these crazy white folks put a burning cross out in front of the crib.
Oh, that was wild.
And this was, you know, Latisha fucking Lewis grabbed the baseball bat. All the guys grabbed shotguns. Kind of stood by.
Scene.
Yeah.
And then she just started going, you know, all Beyonce Lemonade on the situation.
No, she didn't do Beyonce. Don't forget the song that was playing. They played a gospel song.
She went Beyonce Lemonade. I don't know if you remember Hold Up, the music video.
I know, but
that's what she did.
I'm
with
telling
that baseball
you,
bat.
the producers, music producers on the show is amazing.
Very interesting.
They choose such unorthodox songs for these situations that just match so well. And the whole time that scene was played, and I could just smile. I had the biggest, cheesiest grin on my face just because every time she was knocking out something, she'll look at somebody in the eye. Want some of this? Want this? Like, I just loved it so much, man. It was just such a powerful scene. She killed that scene, man. Shout out to Journey Smollett, man. She was owning that role.
She did have the lady at the church with the big hat energy.
Yes, most definitely. Come on now.
So I think the song was appropriate.
Yes.
And then like kind of like everybody's response to that cross, you can kind of see everybody, like the tone really changed for everybody. a lot of people just probably didn't want to do anything because they knew it's like a bully. They're going to just keep going further and further until they push you over the edge.
And more so, I just love the whole semblance of the unity between black men and black women that scene prevailed. Because I was just like, yo, they were ready. If somebody come up on her, we protecting her.
Yep.
Let her do her thing. She doing what she needs to do. We standing here, and we go be there for her. They didn't walk away. They didn't run. I love that so much, man.
Yep.
I loved it.
Yeah. So then after that, Ruby pulled up the car. They threw everything in the trunk. She sped off. The cops came and they kind of just got down. And it was just like, cool. Yeah. Love that type of organization.
Yes.
Letty gets picked up by the cops and they taking her on the ride. If you're from New York, you probably know what that is. If you've been in the back of a paddy wagon up north, that's what they do.
Oh,
they put you in and they don't. They chain you up. This is how.
No, they don't chain you up.
Yeah, no, they chain your arms up.
They chain your arms
so
up.
You can't really check where you're going and how you're flying around the car. If y'all guys remember, this is how Freddie Gray's spine got severed.
What?
Oh yeah, the paddy wagon ride.
Yep.
Because you can't control and you can't like brace for the falls and all of the places you're hitting. So the cop tells her about the house, and I guess she got let go. Because we didn't find out. It's like he just told her about the thing. We didn't see her get processed or anything. And then so Letty pretty much does a whole bunch of, studying. Tick comes, tells them about the story, and then they go find a voodoo lady that just slices
the goat
on the front yard.
She didn't even flinch when she did that too. That was great.
I flinched.
Yeah.
Animal cruelty.
Woo.
I can't believe Peter let that happen on film.
I
mean, I know it wasn't a real goat. I'm just saying.
No animals were hurt in the process of this filmmaking.
So a key point is that she puts a red X on the door. They go in. They
on
summon.
Their heads as well.
Yeah, on their heads as well.
Yeah.
They go in. They summon the ghost out, and then all of their neighbors come breaking in the house, thinking they about to do something. They all get killed, which was great. Absolutely great. Loved it. Because you ain't about to break in somebody's house.
You can't just walk in somebody's house like that.
Yeah.
Especially without the red X.
You deserve to die.
Yeah.
You deserve to die. And Letty and Tick and the voodoo lady summon the ghost. But then everybody pretty much gets knocked out. Tick gets the voodoo lady gets possessed. Tick kind of handles that, and Tick gets possessed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And Letty summons all the ghosts of all the people that he did all the experiments on in the house, which I thought was a really dope moment.
Very powerful.
It kind of made them whole again as you see them all turning back to normal, fighting off him from the house.
I went through the fields through that scene, man. Just the whole realization that shit like that happened.
Yeah.
Experimented on all that stuff.
There's a lot of that in real life.
Yeah, it was just it wasn't even a tough scene to watch just because of the deformity of the ghost and nothing, but just the whole significance of that scene. It hit me.
Yeah, if you know anything about like any female procedure, gynecology, C-sections, all of that was all experimented on black women because doctors claim black women felt no pain. So they would use them to do all of these experiments to be able to do the stuff that they do now, like abortions and putting like the birth control up inside of you and C-section. All of that stuff was 100% experiments on black women. That's the only reason they know all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you've done any of that procedures in gynecology and childbirth or anything, you can thank the black women ancestors for going through ridiculous amounts of pain because they wouldn't even give them anesthetics because they're like they don't feel pain. They're just screaming and stuff because they want us to stop it.
Yeah. It's wild how this show kind of put these type of nuggets like settle into the show. It's not really like when you really look into it, like there is a history behind that and people actually going through that. So people may question like, no, there's no way that something like that will happen.
It's the horror behind the horror. That's how I'm looking at it.
Man.
Like this show really plays with the horror that's on screen and the horror that's deeply rooted in history.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we get to Tick finding out Christina's behind it. I'm not quite sure how he figured it out 100%, but he pulls up. We see the dude that sold her the house pretty much leaving. He pulls a gun out on Christina.
That's how he figured it out.
Well, I feel like it was deep
because
because it had to be a little bit deeper than that. Like, why was he there? He knew a little. He had to have an inkling of something. So he tries to pull the gun out on Christina,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
he couldn't even pull the trigger.
Yep.
And Christina just hit him with some bars. And basically it's like, oh, and Tick, you got to be a little bit more smarter than that. You can't go around here just killing white women. I was just like, man, that line gave me chills because it's like, bro, you can't. Back then, like so many black men were killed just for white women lying about things that happened to them.
Yeah.
So that line was really chilling, and it's just like Tick really should know better.
Yeah.
No thought.
I agree.
No, I agree 100%. Yeah, that was a bar. That's exactly what that was.
Yeah,
Fade to black, right on that comment.
Yeah.
but the last thing was we see Letty actually wisening up and opening the board house for what Ruby suggested she should open it for, and not just inviting her friends into the space. We did see the blow up about Ruby saying that she got money and it was from the mom's inheritance. I felt bad, and I was just like, damn, man, Letty ain't shit.
Oh, no.
That's really how I felt.
Yeah, I don't say she ain't shit. It's just the complex
No,
that
like
she's.
if you got family members, that's some fucked up shit. Like you should.
It is fucked up, but I don't think it was on purpose. They just got a lot of family issues.
It ain't no. It was on purpose. It was 100% on purpose.
I was about to say that's just messed up. I don't know. Hold that to the light.
So then going into the next episode, history of violence. This one. How did this one start? Actually,
With Christina showing up with bitch better
Yes,
have my money.
Yes, that was hilarious. Actually, I was just like, yo, I don't know what it is about Christina, but she's got like a style, and it's just like you wanna like her.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It's like she has power. She's got this really unique personality. The way she talks to people. She pulls up at Latisha effing Wright's. Why do I keep saying Wright?
I don't know.
Latisha effing Lewis's house, and tries to walk in. And this is when we find out that spell that put in the house won't allow her in unless she's invited in.
Ooh.
And I was just like, that was dope.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think at that moment she was just like, we got some power. You
Yeah, I
know?
know.
So I really like that.
And what I like about her character doesn't see color. She has an agenda, and it's probably why.
I wouldn't say she don't see color.
I wouldn't say that.
like
Let's
that.
not say
but,
that, man.
I think she made a comment like to
Those
say,
are all lives matter people.
yeah, I know, right? But she has an agenda that's outside of the racist theme of the show, right?
It's above. She's above that.
Yeah, she's above that, and I think she kind of alluded to it with the first episode when she was like, "That's we're too rich for that," or that's broke people's problems.
Oh yeah, when they were talking about the KKK and all that.
You know what I
They
mean?
kind of above that stature of doing those lowly standards type of things.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't
I
think.
mean, the KKK, the people that you saw burning and stuff, they usually were the poor people. But there were people that had a little bit more money that just kind of gave the orders.
A little bit more, but I feel like she's searching for some different type of power, and like her stuff, she don't care. She's just trying to get it, so she's using everybody in this dynamic. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
So we see Latisha. She gets this information from Christina that the inheritance was from her, and Tick knew, which she knew, and then she told her what she needed out of the house. This pretty much set Latisha off. She goes to find Tick at the library. Of course, he's at the library, right? All he does is read. So
What's wrong with that?
I didn't say nothing was
Okay,
wrong with it
okay,
whatsoever.
okay,
Oh, don't
okay.
make no. Hey,
I'm about to say.
reading is fundamental, man. I ain't got nothing against reading.
Reading was
But-
like social media back then.
But it was hilarious, that whole interaction in the library with the kid. Also kept shushing them and getting mad that they kept talking really loud. But Latisha did really come in talking
She
like
came
way
in
above
fierce.
library volume.
Click clacking, walking everywhere. Like I was like, she about to tell your ass off.
I mean, he pulled that gun out. Like, what was you thinking? Like that. You don't do that. So I felt her energy. I respected that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then, she pretty much spazzed out on him. Like, why don't you just talk to your dad? He did all that research anyway. Tick looks at a checkout book, and his dad's checked out every single one of them damn books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just like, damn. And then we find out that the book Christina is looking for, his dad actually had already and read it. And
Yep.
sounded like he actually remembered pretty much most
Oh,
of the
he
stuff inside
definitely
of it.
remembered.
And then decided to burn it. So he's the only one left with the knowledge. of it.
Yep. Mhm.
Oh my gosh, man.
So yeah, Michael K. Williams is killing it.
Yes.
He is killing that role.
Yes.
So then Tick and them decide, hey, we about to go and find it. You can help us or not. Latisha's like, you gonna let your son go out there and do that when you know you already got the answers. They go and they go to travel to the museum. Now, how did you guys feel when we found out that Hippolyta and Diana and the guy
Oh,
that slept
boy.
with Latisha in Summer in high school
So,
was coming
That
along.
slept. Gotta make sure you put that on there. I saw it coming because I knew she wants to tag around. She don't like this little secrecy that's going on between Atticus, Letty, and his father and everything like that. So it was the perfect setup.
Yeah.
And we also found out that she had that solar thing as well.
Yeah, she's the one
Yes.
that took that. Yeah.
Yeah, she did take that. She's looking for answers.
Yeah.
You know, she's not going to let her husband die and just rest like that. Obviously, there's something that she just something doesn't fit right with her, and she's not going to stop till she get those answers. So
Yeah, when I found out she was getting in the car, it was funny too. Just watching what's his name? Michael K. Williams' name in the show.
Montrose.
Montrose. Him just saying, "I can invite her." Like,
No, he was like, "This is not my fault." Before she even came.
Before she even came, it was hilarious. And then just the fact that Letty and Tick are just fighting.
That was
as Letty is trying
hilarious.
to keep a smile on her face, but she's like arguing vitriol through her teeth.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. They get on this ride. They get to the museum. We see this wing. This whole wing was pretty much designed by. It was Titus Braithwaite.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when the guy that allegedly slept with Letty tells Tick pretty much that his dad is gay. And Tick kind of seems thrown off by this. It kind of threw him off his game for a little bit. And then it kind of made him start questioning how his dad knew all of these guys that he was talking to.
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's what that was. I had no idea.
I didn't pick that up
I
either.
had
Really?
no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Because he said, remember he was talking about the guy that was getting hit in the
Yeah.
first episode.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm surprised I didn't catch that.
Nah, I thought I was just
I
a
didn't
homie.
listen to the podcast this week. So.
I didn't either.
But yeah, that was interesting. And they found out where the cave was. I don't know how Montrose figured it out that quick. I saw the light, but I thought it was just a camera that he was seeing.
Yeah, but I think once again he probably knew something.
You're right.
Oh, he's super dope.
He knows a lot more than he leads on.
Yeah.
So they go into this cave. They're arguing over which way to go. Letty's pretty much, look, we going this way. I ain't trying to hear nothing else anybody got to say. Yeah, she had boss bitch energy.
Oh my
She
god.
was
the whole rest of the
leading this
energy.
team, like for real, man.
I love it, man.
So Montrose, they have to cross this plank, and Montrose gives her this BS story about one of their descendants that was a slave that held down horses.
Said the Freemans.
Yeah, the Freemans.
You used to hold down horses.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
tied ropes to hold down horses. So this knot is a special knot. You best believe it's gonna work. And then
It was a
Tick is
pretty
like-
convincing story.
yeah, I was
though.
just like, oh, that was interesting. I should Google that. And then Tick's like,
You know the Freemans weren't slaves, right?
Oh, really?
She was like, she out there, ain't she?
yeah, she out there, ain't she? That was hilarious. As she's going and going, we find out that there's a damn, what is that thing called with a saw on it, swinging out in the middle of this whole
Swinging
thing.
blade. There you
Yeah,
go.
blade.
I forget the
Swinging
term.
blade.
Danger.
Tick decides that he's gonna go out there on a limb, and then this thing starts evaporating.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, when him and Montrose was arguing, I was
You
just
better
like,
catch me.
I was like, bro, if you don't just jump,
Yeah.
if you don't just jump.
He could have jumped before that. He could have stepped before that whole ordeal.
As soon as you saw it going away, you step on. I mean, I would have been a little skeptical too, because it's like it's still in the air.
Yeah, true that.
They get past the thing, Tick gets cut a little bit. They get in the door. Montrose knows the whole secret. Bruh, when he came back with that Denzel line, it wasn't necessarily 100% Denzel.
Oh, you talk okay. When he said
He said, I think he said the puzzle ain't got shit
on me? Yeah.
Oh, that's what
yeah.
he said.
He was hype.
He was amped. I was just, oh yeah, Jesse Owens ain't
Jesse
got shit on me.
Owens,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jesse
Oh, yeah,
Owens
yeah,
ain't got
okay.
shit on me
Yeah.
because he had to haul ass over that damn plank,
Yeah.
and then he had to recite the damn poem inside. I was feeling his energy too, because if I had just narrowly escaped death like that too,
What?
I'm geeked.
That felt like the hardest mission on Tomb Raider, right there. Yeah,
pretty much.
That's a lot.
So they make it all the way through. Tick decides that he wants to send them away. But Latisha's like, yo, this ain't about you.
She put him in his
The world ain't
place.
around you. This is happening to everybody.
She
Which
said
I thought
he
was
got
dope.
kidnapped. I died.
Oh.
Exactly.
Stop thinking about yourself, man. I was just like,
Yeah, he
Right.
always trying to. It's like, look, I get it. He's trying to protect, but at
Well,
the same
he told her,
time,
like,
they've
she-
been helping along the whole way.
But I
Absolutely.
think she was more triggered at the fact that she was like, "Oh, you just gonna leave," and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure y'all was good. I'm gonna leave." And I mean, she's like, "Man, after all we've been through, you just trying to leave?"
Yeah.
And I think she just got ticked off at that moment. It's just like, you need to realize it's bigger than you. We all in this.
Yeah, Christina keeps popping up to her too.
Yep.
So back up. I do want to address something. So, what was his name? Maxwell, Christina's friend.
That happened after this, didn't it?
Who? William, friend of Christina Braithwaite.
Yes, William.
So she walks around the corner, and as she walks into the door, he walks out.
Oh yeah.
Up to the cops, proceeds to whoop ass.
Yeah.
It was just like, Mrs. Braithwaite doesn't like to be followed.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me now, I have a date. I thought that was interesting. Now, that theory of them being the same person is actually really starting to...
Hell yeah.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
we haven't seen them on the screen at the same time yet.
No.
So, he goes on a date with Hippolyta.
Ruby.
Ruby.
He just likes the name.
Hippolyta Ruby. He goes on a date with Ruby. Or it wasn't necessarily a date, but he knew what he was trying to do. And he was trying to get invited into the house.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't pass the door without being invited. So
Hold on, whose house?
that Letitia's house.
Yeah, Latisha's house.
That wasn't Latisha's house.
Are
It
you
was.
sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. That was not Latisha's house. That looked like a different house.
There's a lot of rooms in that
Yeah,
house.
exactly.
So hold on. For real?
Yeah.
Think about it. How else could they get in the house? You have to be invited.
And why else would he go after Ruby?
Exactly. It's the
But
only thing
Ruby
that makes
wasn't
sense.
staying there anymore. I didn't think she was staying
We
there
don't
after
know
that
that.
ordeal.
We don't know that yet.
I might have to pull that episode out because that did not look like Ruby house.
But like he said, it's 100 rooms. We
But
don't know.
they had sex
On
on
the
the
stairs.
stairs. But that stairs wasn't like that in Letty's house. The stairs is to the left.
But there's multiple floors.
All right, man. I just don't think that was. You can prove me wrong later, but I don't think that was Letty's house.
Other than that, I just don't see what the point would have been.
Yeah.
We don't know
see
yet.
one either.
That's the thing.
Because
but-
it felt like he was doing what Christina needed him to do, and that was get into the house. That's the vibe I get from. You got the same thing?
That's what I was thinking.
It seemed to me that that's what was happening. Now, I didn't listen to no podcast or nothing to confirm any of this, but that's what it seemed like to me. They sleep together on the stairs.
On the stairs.
Into that. Now we get to Tick and them sticking his arm in the door. Now that scared the hell out of me. I don't know if I could have did that.
yeah, that scared the hell out of me.
What scene was that?
When he stuck his
When
hand
they're in
into
the water.
arm,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing got stuck in
and
there.
then lockjawed his arm to take some of his blood, especially the way he was yelling. I was just like, cut your arm off and run, bro.
Yeah, and then plus there was a whole arm hanging. They had to pull the whole arm out first.
They go up in the attic, and I didn't know that that thing was underwater. I thought it was kind of like a whole new world type situation where it was like an alternate universe.
Oh no! Well, they said something. He said something. The tide was going to come up as they went in there, so they
No,
expected.
yeah, I knew that, but
Yeah.
just the fact that they were inside of that, like, looked like a cabin from a ship.
Okay.
I guess I didn't
The
understand
way
this.
that it felt. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, the way they portrayed it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they walk around, and this place looks really dope. It looks like there's a whole bunch of ancient people in there.
Yeah.
And then,
Mummies.
yeah, it was. And then it was Letty, right? She tried to grab the paper. No, it was Montrose.
I think it was Montrose.
He grabs the paper, and then this lady comes back to life. Now, I didn't catch her name, but apparently she's a siren
Yeah.
Oh,
from another universe. She says she embodied the soul of male and female.
Mm-hmm.
that's what that was. Okay.
And then we find out that Titus pretty much captured her and put her there to pretty much prevent her from talking to anybody, because if she left, she lost her voice.
Yep.
So
Put a spell on her.
obviously, if she's a sovereign, she should probably be able to swim. They swim out of there. When she got in the damn, when they got in the elevator and he punched her, she was so weak.
Hold on. I ain't supposed to laugh, but he didn't give no choice. No remorse.
Was your ears hurting? Because I know mine's was.
Yeah, that was high pitched.
It was just like, damn. He didn't say, hold on now.
It'd be like that.
He said,
sometimes.
ha.
It'd be like that sometimes, man. And then so we get back to the crib. It looks like Montrose is finally happy. Him and Tick are forming a bond. And then the episode ends with him just killing the damn siren.
Oh my gosh. Man.
Because once again, he knows more than we think he knows.
He knows
I
a
think
lot
he just
more.
doesn't want Tick to know anything. So he got rid of the only lead that could give any information out. And he's probably going to say she committed suicide.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I just think he knows a little bit more than we think.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a significance. Maybe he's trying to keep some secrets himself.
Oh, for sure.
So,
There's one key thing about this show. Now, see, most shows I can tell you what's going to happen, but this is sci-fi. So they can just drop anything in at any time and throw us a kink in whatever you think is going to happen. So I'm glad that the show's been going the way it's going because I really just go into every episode just trying to enjoy the show as opposed to picking it apart and trying to figure out what I think is going to happen.
it has a great feel of unexpectedness. And it's not many shows that can do that. You go in just like, man, I wonder what's going to happen tonight because last week was crazy, you know? So I like that about the show a lot. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you thinking. And it's just something really original that I'm really enjoying.
Yeah, it feels like you gotta keep a notebook with this show.
Yeah.
You know, to mark these things down. It's like a puzzle, and it's like every time each episode I'm coming in with like a blank idea, like what are you guys gonna show me now?
Yeah.
You know, which is a really dope feeling. I don't think a lot of shows can have that capacity to even write that well. You know?
I mean, right actors to pull off these
Oh yeah.
crazy scenarios and make it believable. And kudos to the production team too, because these sets, they make them look real authentic.
I was thinking that. Like, how did they pull, especially the one with the rising water?
Yeah.
Like, how did they
That's
pull that
crazy.
up?
And they had me shivering because they were shivering so hard in that water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Whoa.
def.
So I guess all of us highly enjoyed both episodes. This show is halfway done. That's crazy. That was 4 episodes already.
Dang.
Halfway done.
Only 4 more to go. Y'all better renew this like now.
Oh yeah, that should have
Like-
They
been.
should have already been renewed.
For 6
Probably
seasons.
didn't look into it, but maybe they're waiting because of Corona or something.
True that.
But great show. Hopefully you guys are checking this show out, man. Let us know in the comments down below how you guys feel about it, man. Go over to Welcome to the Wall. Subscribe to the Facebook page. Go over to Twitch. Follow. Do you subscribe on Facebook?
You can.
I think so.
Okay. I don't know what the terminology is.
I don't know neither.
Like.
Yeah, I think it's a like.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something.
It's a
Either way,
face.
watch the content. You streaming tonight?
I don't know.
Oh, my bad. This is Monday. So you streaming Monday?
I don't think so. No pressure.
No pressure, man. All right, y'all.
Peace.